The ancient Anuradhapura had been a great capital of Sri Lanka's wonderful, glorious, and proud history. Our ancestors had established Polonnaruwa as their second kingdom after moving from Anuradhapura. The influence of Buddhism and livelihood based on agriculture had become pillars of the society. This life, entwined with streams and channels, coupled with fields and thrashing flows, had been so contented, nature-friendly, and non-violent, thus had been fulfilled and joyful. Yet, people living in this area face a tragedy despite an affluent history. The reason is none other than the deadly chronic kidney disease which is causing havoc not only in historical Rajarata, Nuwara Kalavia and Tamankaduwa but also in Bintanna, Uvabellassa and Vanni. A great generation that produced rice to the entire nation to alleviate hunger is now cursed with a malady that results in unfortunate death. How this happened and who is responsible for this? Beginning from the ancient days, Vedarala, the indigenous doctor, plays a vital role in treating the villagers in disease and disaster. This is the story told by Dr. Ausandahami of Gurukanda in Madhavachia. I am an indigenous doctor. As per my knowledge, this disease is caused by water. Many researchers were conducted even by medical forums, but yet to find the cause. But I can firmly say that the disease is caused by water. Chemical fertilizers are heavily used in the North Central province. Those who use these fertilizers get the disease, and the toxins get mixed with groundwater, resulting in king coconut water also becoming toxic. When would we be able to wipe off their tears completely? This is the tearful story of the people who have fallen in love with nature. I am a kidney patient. I've never fallen ill before. Now I'm suffering from this past 2 months. Final test is scheduled for tomorrow at the Vaunia hospital. This disease is caused to toxins mixing in with the water, even well water. The chronic kidney disease is an illness reported during the 90s. It's a new disease. It's the result of a new phenomenon, which is the toxic hydrochemicals being mixed with environmental factors. The kidney disease can be considered as the most prevalent disease in the northwestern province. To provide them psychological cure, we conduct Bodhi Pujas and chant Pirit and invoke the blessings. People in Rajarata, that includes Pulatisipura and Kalavia, were blessed with a self-sufficient socio-economic lifestyle. They lived happy by massive yields in millet, vegetable and fruit cultivation based on a monsoon rain. They were deceived with the term of green revolution that was enforced to them in plant cultivation. It happened with the introduction of agrochemicals, detrimental machineries, so-called enhanced seeds and agri-loans. These factors helped to increase the harvest but added much toxins to fertile land, making it hazardous. As a result, some life forms became ill while others were pushed towards extinction, causing serious imbalance in the ecosystem. Finally, humanity had to bear the brunt of chronic kidney disease. Can you imagine the sorry plight of these two sisters who suffer from kidney disease and who lost their 5 siblings due to the same reason?
I was getting treatment during last 17 years and I had a kidney transplant. Now I am living relaxed life. Thanks for the doctors. It's sad to say that my 7 siblings were infected and we lost 5, leaving only my sister and me.
Farmers, who are often referred to as kings in the local context, had to fight unfortunate death along with their kids. This has become an unceasing trend. There are so many kidney patients in our village, 40 to be precise. The doctors say that many of them face a painful death. A person succumbed to death very recently as well. When sons come to know about their father's kidney disease, they decide to shoulder the family responsibilities, putting a full stop to studies. I am R.M. Gamini Ratnayaka. I am living in Hatharela, Polonnaruwa. Both of my kidneys are damaged, according to the doctors of the Polonnaruwa hospital. They perform dialysis twice. My wife does not have a job. I can't do a job. Now we suffer without an income. We live on the assistance of others. This deadly disease steadfastly spreads, claiming lives of dynamic young and old farmers. Many of them are loving parents, adorable children, and kind siblings to put families in dire straits. With an expectation to extend their life even by a day, they eagerly await to purify their blood. Let's hear the saddest stories. I got this kidney disease at the age of 18. That's after I finished schooling. I had a persistent stomach pain. It lasted for 3 days. When I went to hospital, I came to know about the disease. Now I am on dialysis. At present, around 200 kidney transplants are carried in the country annually. While a transplant is an only remedy for a deep-rooted kidney disease, that's not a practical solution for the problem involving CKD. It's because the number of CKD patients exceeds 70,000. Other than that, a scan on a randomly selected person in the dry zone who is considered healthy often shows small and shrunken kidneys. Even if donated, such kidneys are not used for transplants. It's also impossible to cure all patients by completing transplants at the rate of 200 surgeries per year.
Thus, we have disease and face many hardships. We are determined to live. We take medicine properly.
This society is blessed with philanthropic monks who go beyond giving sermons to donate their own organs for ailing patients, recalling the noble history of Bodhisattva who had given away his eyes, flesh and blood. Due to the kidney disease, people suffer so much. Their family members go beyond their abilities to help them by selling lands, obtaining loans, even putting an end to their children's education. I met a group that was seeking a kidney. I suddenly thought of donating my own kidney. It's been 15 years since I made the donation. By the blessings of Lord Buddha, I haven't had any issue with that until now. If anyone can do such a noble act with their conscience, they would be blessed by destiny. A granddaughter explains the story of this 85-year-old lady who donated her kidney to her son.
My father was so cautious about food. He did exercises properly. With such practices allowed to live longer. We thank our grandmother. Our father was able to live 24 years with the disease because of the kidney donated by my grandmother. She is now 88 and lives a healthy life. We have to protect our youngsters. Please help us. give us a water distribution project or any other thing. When we buy 4 water cans, the water is not sufficient even for 2 days. That's only for drinking. We have other needs to fulfill using water. Sir, please protect our younger generation for this scarcity. You would be blessed.
For a generation which had quenched its thirst using a waterway in the field, now drinking a drop of groundwater amounts to inviting death. They are compelled to buy purified water, but not everyone is blessed with this facility. On earlier days, 40 years before, our people obtained water from a tank nearby to fulfill drinking needs. Now they are compelled to buy water. This has become a major business racket. They bring unclean water and talk about purifying with the intention of making money. It's become essential to provide clean water to kidney patients. Time has come to promptly initiate projects in order to provide safe drinking water throughout the dry zone. The kidney disease has claimed thousands of lives, but researchers are continuing on a daily basis for years. We haven't been informed about any firm cause of the disease. If local researchers are failed to determine the causes, responsible authorities should invite foreign expertise to find the cure for the disease. A national program should be implemented to heal the lives and land by turning into nature-friendly agricultural practices. Such projects would be a relief, even to some extent, to persons who yearn for life in the face of death. Around 78,000 families have become victims of this epidemic. We are looking forward to enlightening the international community and initiating a system to protect the people from this disaster. Our expectation is to reduce the number of patients who seek treatment at hospital rather than building one. Farmers should be informed about organic fertilizer. We encourage people to avoid consuming MSG foods. We plan to conduct awareness programs at school levels and village levels as well. Our extensive program has not been restricted to these 3 districts. We expect to implement cover the entire island and create a nation with a healthy society.